watch the replay later. Hello to MJ, who is here. Let's move you guys a little bit. I feel like you guys are so close today. I guess it's because I'm by myself and I'm not used to that. Huh. Interesting. I don't know. The angle feels weird today for some reason, you guys. Hello, hubby. There we go. The angle. Yeah, the angle does seem a little weird, but I guess it's just because I'm by myself and I'm not used to that. There I am. You can see the chat. All right. Perfect. Let's see. So today I am again working on some pumpkins. It's going to be a larger, slightly larger version of this one and this one. So yeah, that's what I'm doing today, and I'm going to wait for a couple people to get in, and then I'm going to talk about some things really quickly, and then we're going to move on. But I'm just going to give it a few minutes to make sure whoever is here needs to be here. And then we will discuss that in just a minute. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Miss Rivera. Good morning, MJ. Good morning to my husband. Appreciate you guys for being here. I really, really, really do. More than you know, I really appreciate it. I'm just going to wait just a minute and address a couple little things really quickly. Hubby's here. He's at work. He works on Saturdays, but he has to play it in the background while he's working on cars. So I'm very thankful he does. And don't forget to like the live, everyone, as you come in. Definitely helps me out a little bit. Yeah. I hope everybody's having a good start to the weekend. Saturday, so my weekend kind of starts tomorrow, but it's sort of still like the weekend for me. I have to work, so. But for me, it kind of starts tomorrow because my husband's off Sundays and Mondays, so that's kind of our weekend. So that's why I don't usually stream days. Eating breakfast, yep, I just had a little cereal. I had to eat something to tide me over till lunchtime. I don't want to make anything. I was trying to wash some dishes this morning and do a couple things before I went live. So I just had a quick little snack breakfast sort of thing. So I guess I shouldn't wait too long to get into what I want to get into. Just because if somebody is rewatching it, then they may not rewatch the whole thing. So I just feel like I should go ahead and address what I'd like to address. So there's been a lot going on lately in the past several weeks since I started YouTube. And honestly, I'm still really new here. I don't know a lot of people here, you know, and I was making friends and taking people's word for things when I really shouldn't have been. I am so new that body, so when I'm told some things, I just take in that information and hold on to it. I should have taken that information and not just held on to it, but really thought about what was being said to me more than I did, and I'm sorry that I didn't. I feel bad that I brought some of that onto my channel, Lace. I feel like it was brought up multiple times when I really just didn't want to bring it up at all because it had nothing to do with me. So from now on, no more of that stuff. So basically what I want to say is, have a few other things to address. I have been collaborating with someone on a regular basis who has been surprised about me. They claimed that I was not helping them, and I pushed and claimed that I was pushing them to do something that I never did. They claimed I was not helping them at all, when let me tell you, I spent hours offline as well as online teaching. I didn't have to do that. I had guests over at my house and I still took time to teach. I didn't have to do that. And then I'm getting taught saying I'm not helping at all? No, that's not okay. Saying I'm using them? How could I be using you? Okay? And then I gave them a chance to come about all this stuff. I said, okay, there was about 2 weeks ago. I said, okay, you said some stuff about my husband and me. What else did you say? She says, I told you everything. It was only about you and your husband. That lie, she said so much more than that. She talked about my job. She talked about my personal life, my husband, saying I used her, was not helping her. Period. It's not okay. I'm not down with that. I will not be working with her anymore. I will not be talking with her anymore. What you all do is up to you. I will not tell you not to follow her. I will not tell you what to do, but I will tell you the truth. And the truth is, talking utter smack about me. So, that's it. That's all I have to say about it. I'm upset about it, but at the same time, I feel free. I really do. So, it is what it is, and we're going to move on now. That's all that it is to it, basically. It's just, they're not always what they seem to be, and I know this, which is why I'm glad I did not let my entire guard down. But it still sucks nonetheless to have somebody completely being two-faced to you. So that's really all I have to say. So I didn't even want to address on my channel. That's why I hadn't addressed it as of yet. But at this point, I need to. So, yes, I agree. People should have other things better to do. Thank you, Larry. Hello, Larry. Sorry I wasn't in the chat right then. Looking at my notes I made. But I know you can tell I'm upset about it. You know, it is. It's upsetting. It's infuriating, really, because I didn't do anything wrong. But it is what it is. I'm just kind of like, whatever at this point. I'm free. Like I said, I feel free. So, just it is what it is. I'm going to keep going. I'm not going to let it stop me. That's for daggone sure. Considered doing this before I ever talked to her. I just never took that leap. I had been on Instagram for, I don't know, over a year or so. And had done okay on Instagram, honestly. Not great, but okay, you know. And I could have done better if I had tried harder, I'm sure. But, you know, it is what it is. But YouTube, well, I'll admit, she did push me to do YouTube. But she also pushed me to do a lot of other things I shouldn't have. I don't need to say names. We all know. She did, honey. I know. And people know that. Trust me, they see that. I didn't have to tell them. They could see it without me telling them. They really could. So, everybody knew but me. No, not everybody, but everybody's figured it out now. Not doing anything but telling the truth. So, I have nothing to hide. So, it is what I know, it hurts me too. It hurt me to read that stuff. I'm not lying, it really did. And I was on the phone with the person when I got that message. I hadn't even finished, and I want them to know, when I got off the phone with you, I'm not finished reading all those messages. If I had finished reading those messages, that would have been a different conversation. Because I only read a little of those screenshots when I was actually on the phone with her. If I had read that full thing, nope. It, that was it. And then say, I don't remember. Well, I don't remember. I was tired and my medication. Well, that's when the truth comes out, is all I have to say. Just like people when they drink, that's when the truth comes out. Especially doing this to somebody you didn't even know. Like, you really didn't know them to be talking smack. So. Yes, you're right, it is. She doesn't understand that I want to spend time with my husband because we actually want to spend time together. Yeah, we have our own issues. I'm not going to say we don't. But it's a whole different level. Every couple has problems. Not abusive, mentally, physically abusive problems. Like, no, that's not okay. I know I could. But it's really no need because most of what she said so vulgar was over the phone, baby. Like, the awful words she used to describe people of color were over the phone. Like, she didn't text me that stuff. And I don't have any of that proof, but I don't need it because people already know. People already believe me. That's the thing. Like, it's to the point where I don't even have to have that proof. They just know. They've seen it for them. Like I said, I wish I had said something earlier. And next time I definitely will. If this ever happens to me again, like, I can't believe that I just lived there and say those words that she was saying about people. Like, it hurts my heart that she was talking about people like that. It really does. You just tell people those words. I don't care what they have supposedly done to you. Those words are not okay to use. Racial slurs are not okay. Period. You messed up. Especially when your own customers are people. And you're sitting there talking, no. No, no, no. Your friends, supposedly. No, no, no. Not okay. I am hurt because she played me. She really did. She said, I'm mad, but I'm also hurt, but I'm mostly mad, you know? It's just fucked up. I hate to curse, but it is. It's just messed up. I don't know, honey. I really don't think so. Because the moment she's called me, which was like, I can't remember that day she called me. You were home when she called me that first time. She was like, can I call you? And I said yes, and that was like the only time. But she said, I don't know, she just was going off, and I think that day, the whole reason she wanted to call me was to talk about Ashley. I'm pretty sure. That's all she wanted to do, and blame them and talk about them. To the point where she literally had to tell me, I know you're probably tired of all this stuff, and if you would like to leave me as a friend, like, I would understand because it's just so much. And da-da-da-da-da. And then has the nerve to say, I wouldn't make up any of this drama because I have too much going on in my personal life with my husband. Yeah, I think you're doing it because you do have so much going on in your personal life with your husband, and you need an escape, apparently. So, it is what it is. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be hateful. I need to stop, but it's just not right, and we all know that. And I'm so glad you all know that, too. I didn't have to convince anybody of this stuff. All I had to do was what she said, and they believed me. So, it is what it is. There's no convincing required. I don't have to. They know, they can see. You can't go around to people asking everybody to block people for you. That's not okay. Your beef is your beef. It's not everybody else's. That's right, they don't. And they don't smack about each other like that either. They just don't. And then claim they tell you everything they said about you, and then leave all that out. Yeah, she left all that out because she knew I guessed if she told me all the other stuff she said about me. And then had the nerve that time as well to try to make me choose, like right then and there, I was going to be her friend or not, because she needs to know, okay? She needs to know because she has been hurt before, and, you know, I've been hurt. Well, I know you've been hurt, but I have been hurt, okay? Yeah, whatever. Hurt people, so maybe she has been freaking hurt, but it doesn't give you an excuse to take it out on other people. It really doesn't. I've been hurt. Trust me, I've been there. I've wanted to take it out on other people. I know what that feels like. That's how come I know that's what she's feeling like. I try to be very positive online because there is not enough of it. So every time that stuff was mentioned, I was like, oh great, here we go again. So I appreciate you guys, I really do. I'm just thankful you saw it too, and that you know, because what was I gonna do? I deleted our text. Like, I had no proof of these things, but I didn't need it, and that speaks volumes, in my opinion. It just does. I see I'm a little glitchy on the iPad. I hope you can at least hear me okay. Maybe because it's Saturday, more people might be online today. Or maybe it's because I'm by myself. I don't know. I know a thing is that makes me feel better because I know I didn't deserve it because I didn't say about her to anybody until this started yesterday or the day whenever it started. Until this started, that's when I said, okay, well, you know, I'm just gonna go because I didn't talk to you or MJ or any Miss Rivera. I didn't talk to you or MJ about any of this drama because I thought, listen, if I come to you and warn you about whatever she wanted to warn you about, that's enough. You know, like she told you, I didn't know what else she really was saying. I didn't know she was pushing this hard for people to be blocked. I probably figured, but didn't know. She just, I don't know. It's just ridiculous, you guys. It's just ridiculous. And she's going to play victim all day long and post her little quotes all day long and let her do it. She thinks she's the victim in this situation, let her because she is not. She is the perpetrator. She is the guilty party in all of this. Period. So you can feel sorry for yourself, but there's no need. You dug your own grave. Now you can go lay in it. You wanted a friend so bad. Just terrible. So I don't plan on it, guys. I really don't. I try to be who I am, period. Like, sometimes I'm positive, sometimes I'm an introvert, sometimes I'm an extrovert. I am what I am, you know. But can't be whatever she wanted me to be, apparently. Because nothing I did was good enough. Let me just also mention one thing. I never pressured her to do crochet. I told her to do crochet. I simply told my audience that it was fun, that I enjoyed it, that I loved it. That the Woobles kits, if you ever want to learn, that's how you should do it. She kept asking me, really, do you think I would like it? Do you think da-da-da-da? Do you think da-da-da-da-da? So finally I go, well, I mean, yeah, I think you could probably do it if you really wanted to, you know? But then to turn it around and make it look like I made her do that and then wasn't helping her? And then who cares about what I'm doing? That everybody's just here for the drama and just watch us just to see what we're going to say about them. No. Not cool. Trying to make me feel bad like nobody cares about what I'm doing. And I'm not saying everybody freaking cares. I'm not. People that might care, you know? And she just made it look like it was just there for drama and I should block them because all they were going to do was bring up drama. So, I'm genuinely sorry to the people that I blocked. I am. I wish I hadn't done it. So if I blocked you, I'm sorry. I was being manipulated. Period. I really am. Especially Chris and Cynthia. They really deserve to be blocked. It just, I'll explain it right now. Literally what it is, me and Maria went live on Instagram. And somebody sent a screenshot to her. I don't want to name names, so I'm just going to say somebody sent a screenshot to her saying that we were, or at least that she was, talking about them on that live. And for whatever reason, that live didn't save, so I couldn't do anything. But really, I don't remember what she said, but she did bring up the drama. And again, I wish she had not done that. But she brought it up. Somebody went and told somebody else they were being talked about. And then she comes to me and says, well, it has to be either one of these two ladies. It has to be one of them. They had to have gone and told them this. So I said, okay, you know what? She's right. It had to be one of them. I don't want any part of this drama, so I blocked them. That's how that happened. So, I ain't a pumpkin. Thank you. I'm sorry for all this extra talk. It's just a lot going on today. It's not normally like this, I promise. But yes, I am making a pumpkin. And one just like this, except a little bit bigger. With the leaf and the stem. Yeah, I'm making a nice pumpkin. Thank you for being here, Drew. Appreciate you. But yeah, so anyway, we will move on to positive and more better things now. But that's just really all I have to say about it. So that's it. That's all I'm going to say. I don't plan on saying anything else. Even if something else happens, I don't plan on saying anything else, but we'll see. So, on a more positive and happy note, I want to show you guys something, especially MJ. So, this is my little tote bag that I made, my little beaded tote bag, but inside of it, I have some of my very first woobles that I made. So, I don't have the bag with me right now, but I don't think, do I? No. So, woobles are a little crochet kit that you can buy, and they are like a decent amount of money, don't get me wrong. They're about $30 a piece. But honestly, they're the best crochet kits that I've found. I've tried the crochet kits on Amazon, and the pattern and the video were totally different. So that was very fun. So I want to show you guys some of my first ones. So I can't remember the order these are in, I don't think, but I know this one was my first one. So this is Fred the dinosaur. If you guys know anything about bulls, you'll notice that his spikes are not exactly placed where they should be. Because normally they have the spikes like placed with space in between them. But this was my very first one, so I just kind of, you know, put them on there all together. I don't know. I thought it looked okay, and it does, I guess. But it's not how they did it. But it's, you can see there's like there's a little hole in the bottom, and there's some bigger little holes, and stripes aren't exactly straight, and he's little loose, like his stitch is just a little loose, like in comparison to something like my pumpkin that I would make now. Like these are really tight and firm. This one's like kind of squishy and loose. But this is my best little amigurumi. So it's my first stuffed animal that I made, actually. Yeah, the first thing I made that wasn't just a flat square. And then, let's see, so that's the dinosaur. That's the first one I made. I don't recommend the dinosaur for the first one, just because the pattern's kind of complicated for it. Like, instead of just being like 2 increases, or 2 single crochets and an increase, it might be like 2 single crochets, increase, 3 single crochets, and an increase, all for one round. So it can be a lot keeping up with the pattern dinosaur if you're not familiar with pattern reading. So I don't know that I would recommend that one for a first timer. But here's my little lion. So I think this was the second one that I made, I believe. So I've recreated this one with regular yarn, but not like the fluffy yarn. This one wasn't bad to make. Like his body's bad to make, honestly, MJ. The hardest parts for me with this one were the mane. It's like you have to do a chain and then like crochet into the chain, sort of. So that was like a lot, doing the mane. And then once you get like the magic ring and stuff, you'll get the hang of the ears and the circles for that. But yeah, Amy, next year. I will. I definitely will. I need to put it in here again. I will, MJ. And then, so that's the lion, the dinosaur. And then the last one that I have of these first ones that I did is the turtle. MJ also has a turtle, but she has the normal colored turtle. I guess the Valentine's Day edition. I use it during Valentine's Day out sometimes. I wish I had 2 of them so they could be kissing. But yeah, this is the turtle. And the only reason I don't recommend the turtle, MJ, is because for first timers, because you have to connect the red piece and the pink piece together. I don't know if you can see how those like stitches are right there, but the way you have to connect it is a little tricky. So that's the only reason I don't recommend that one for your first time. But you'll get it. Once you get the color change from like doing the bee or something, you'll be fine. But those are those. I'm going to put those away. And then I'll show you my other 3 woobles just since I have them out. I still have one collection to make. So I've never bought like an entire woobles collection before, because they're pretty expensive. But for my honeymoon and my wedding present to myself, I bought the little collection of the woobles. So there's 4 of them, but I only have 3 of them completed. Because the next one is an intermediate kit, and I've never done an intermediate kit yet, so I'm a little nervous. It's got a new stitch in it. It's called a picot stitch or a picot stitch, which I've never done before, so I'm a little nervous. But this is this little cactus. This is the barrel cactus, so it's like got a little soil bottom and it sits in the pot. I think theirs was done differently, but I think they might have had more than 1 flower, but I just put her over here because I thought it kind of looked like a little bow, you know? So that's that one. And then there's this one, which I thought I would like this one. Honestly, I don't like it that much. It's the little, another one. I still need to add more flower to this. But there's another little cactus. It's hard to see, but he's like this. That's another one of the little cactuses in the color. And then he has a hard time sitting up, that one. And then Clint, which you guys I think have seen in the background, which is one of the really cute ones. Clint the cactus. And MJ, so you know, I do own the Woobles book. So if you have any questions or like want to see pictures or like anything like, just let me know and I will definitely help you out with that. So yes, I can share a little knowledge with you from the book if you need. I've never made a pattern from the book, to be honest. Well, Clint is in the book. That cactus is in the book. And then there's a bear that's in the book. But other than that, I've never really used the patterns in the book. So, like, honestly, I might give it away one day. But it is helpful, especially if you're new. It does have, like, some of the written techniques down. But videos are still way more helpful for me personally, seriously. Because I tried for years with, like, the books and stuff that you can, and I just couldn't tell where to put, like, you can't. I could not figure out where to put that to go and make that second row. Just, no diagram could show me. It was only in videos that I could understand, like, oh, no, that's how you do it. So it's weird. Am I glitching really, or is it just my iPad that's glitching really bad? Because can't tell. Because I'm usually fine when I do like Instagram live by myself, so. I mean, I've only done that once or twice, but still. But yeah, those are my little woobles. And again, this is the bag that I made. Let me fluff it up a little bit. It's nothing in it, so I kind of like fluff it up a little bit. But this is the bag that I made. See, it kind of indents, but that's the bag that I made. It does, just for full transparency, does seam on the side, but you can't really help that. I think the next one of the seam will be straighter though, because this was my very first one. I plan on keeping this one. But I also want to try to make it bigger. So this one's like, I mean, it's like purse size, but I would love to have it like bag size or like beach bag size. I think for like a beach bag, this would be so cool, especially because the way the beads look when the sun shines through them and they glow in the dark and everything. Yeah, I think it would be so cool for a beach bag. So definitely I'm going to try my best to modify the pattern and make it bigger. So, yeah. Just giving credit to the original pattern designer, but I still am going to try to modify it a little bit and make it a little bigger. Because it's mostly a repeating pattern, to be honest. Like the bottom isn't like that. You have to count and do your increases and everything. But from here to here, you're just repeating. So if I can figure out how to make the bottom larger, I should be good. So, I think I can do it. I have faith to make it larger this time, next time. I want to make myself another one too in another color, because white is kind of, I made it in white because it shows off the beads really well, but honestly, white's not the greatest color to have in a purse, as we all know. I was told by somebody to maybe make it in black, and I think that is a good idea. I think I will do that. Black is hard to work with because it's hard to see, but I'm slightly at that now, so it's hard to see black yarn when you're working with it. Like, it's hard to see where to put your hook and where the stitches are and stuff like that, but if you have lighting and stuff like that, it helps a lot. So I think I'll be okay. Larry, I don't know if you're still here, but I did email your wife back. I hope she got it. About the Christmas presents for, I believe, next year. So, just if you're still here, let me know, or just let her know that I did email her back about those things. And if she didn't get it, I will re-email her again. My email has been playing tricks on me, you guys. It's like, your email is 100% full, but I literally went through and deleted all my emails, so I only have like a couple hundred now. And then I deleted those, so really it shouldn't be full. And it says you're not going to get any more messages, and then I keep getting more messages. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it is. It's so pretty in the sun. Thank you, guys. I'm really glad I found that pattern for that bag. It's really cool. I found the pattern on YouTube, actually. I mean, I'm honest with my stuff. Like, I really do find most of my patterns on YouTube. Not gonna lie. I have very rarely paid for a pattern, and it's not because I am a little cheap. I'm not gonna lie. I like a good sale. But it's also that I wasn't comfortable yet paying for patterns because I wanted assurance of having a video there. You know, I wanted to make sure that if I couldn't read that pattern for some reason or couldn't understand something, that there was also that video reference. So that's why I always recommend for people not to buy patterns at first, but really just start on YouTube and look and see what you can find for beginner patterns, you know? I did empty the cache of my email. I did. That's the weird thing about it. But yeah, so I always definitely look on YouTube. They have some amazing beginner patterns for whatever you can imagine, honestly. There are good, you know, like with everything, there are good ones, bad ones. There are some creators that go really, really fast when they're teaching and don't explain very well, but then there are those that do. And when you find those people that explain it really well, you're like, yes, I get it. And I will say one that I can think of right offhand is Rose and Lily. Double check. Hi, Irene. Welcome. Hi, Laclita. I was just talking about you and wondering if you got my email or not. Laclita, I was. Please tell me if I said your name wrong because I know I had it right and then I got confused. Was I saying your name right, Laclita? And I don't want to mispronounce it. What was I gonna? I forgot what I was looking. But anyway. Oh, I know what I was looking up. I was gonna make sure I was telling you guys the channel correctly. Rose and Lily something. Maybe it's just Rose and Lily Crochet. They're really great. They have a lot of great tutorials. I've done several of theirs. I think I had one of theirs that I wasn't a big fan of, but honestly, that could have been me. So, they have some really tutorials. I'm always happy to share with you guys if you guys are ever interested in stuff or I know where I get my patterns from. I'm not going to hide it from you. I definitely will let you know. I may not advertise it out loud all the time just because I don't want everybody to do the same thing as me, but if you privately message me or something, for sure, I'll definitely send you over copies of the patterns and stuff. Yes, hello everyone. So glad to have you all in here. It means a lot, especially today. Alright, let's see, 13. So I'm very thankful for you all. You guys have no idea. I mean, I would have come alone, but it was really nice to know that I wouldn't be alone. So I really appreciate you guys. Hello, Jessica. Welcome. I think, even though you guys haven't known me very, I think you guys have been able to read me pretty well, and I'm glad. I think most of you know that I'm pretty genuine and that I try to be nice. I really do. So I'm very grateful for all of you guys. Thank you, Ms. Rivera. Yes, definitely thumbs up the live, guys. It helps me out a ton. Lets me guys know you're watching, you're supporting, you like what I'm doing, all that good stuff. Some of them are new, some of them aren't, baby. Some of them I have definitely seen before. I've seen Jessica and Irene and Miss Rivera and Miss Laclita. Just my husband hasn't seen all you guys yet. He's like, whoa. He's like, oh my goodness. But Saturday's a great day to stream anyway, so more people are available for sure. So it helps. I'll try to keep doing this Saturdays for as long as I can. That's the plan anyway. There you go, Miss Rivera. Thank you. Yeah, it is hard to find that thumbs up sometimes on a live. At first, I didn't know where it was when they moved it. Aw. Thank you, God. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I said it was, like I said, I mean, I would have come on alone. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't going to let this stop me, but in fact, it just makes me want to do it more. But, you know, it's nice to have people here. It really is. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, everybody. I'm no perfect person. I'll never claim to be, but I do try to be a nice person, especially to new people and nice people, people that are nice to me. If you don't give me that, I'm not going to be rude to you. try. Jessica, there was some things going on earlier. You can go back if you'd like and listen, but basically the lady that I had been collaborating with was talking very badly about me behind my back, and was saying that I wasn't helping her at all when I was spending multiple hours on stream and off stream with her helping her. She was saying a lot of things about a lot of people. She encouraged me to help a lot of people. She used some very bad terms to describe people. So I'm not going to name names, but you figure it out. But a lot of things went on and a lot of drama was involved, and I don't need to be involved. It's not my fight. I don't have anything to do with it. So just basically came here today really to stream and just to say that you know, it's not my thing, you know. So it's very sad. It is, especially when you think somebody is trying to help you and trying to be nice and trying to encourage you, because that's the way it started, was like, well, I'm just helping you and encouraging you. I want you to have something to do, and as if I didn't have something to do, but you know, I want you to have something to do, and I don't want you bored, and like, I bet you're bored, and I never said, yeah, I was bored. Like, no, I find a way, like, I figure it out, like, you know, and then about my job and just all kinds of things. It's a bat. What do you mean? Okay, so there's a skull, and then there's a bat. I didn't make these, but I think these are just from Dollar Tree, Laklita. They're just little skulls and decorations because I put them up early because I started doing my Halloween stuff. But at the same time, I feel like I need to be doing it early, because how else am I gonna like have people buy their pumpkins in time for like Halloween and the holidays? So I feel like I have to kind of go ahead and do it, you know? Oh, that's awesome. Washington State. Ah, I love Washington State. It seems so beautiful there. I've never been, but it seems beautiful. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. I know, my husband's proud of me because he knows I don't usually do this kind of thing. I really don't. You know what? That would be cool. I know there are some, like not three-dimensional skulls, like some like granny square you can make into a skull shape and stuff like that, but an actual like skull would be really cool. That would be. I'll have to look that up and see if that's like a thing, because that would be dope. I want to do a bat. I have done a bat work, but honestly, I just didn't. I have to find it. I'm not sure if I still have it. I just didn't love the way it turned out, so I want to do some more bats. They have some more flat bats, and then they have more like three-dimensional bats. So I want to try one of those too. And then I have all stuff for Christmas. I want to do some reindeer, some snowmen, some stuff like that. I did snowman last year, but I'm going to do those again this year. And then this year I hope to do some reindeer. Because I don't know about you guys that craft, but I bet a lot of people in your life get homemade things for the holidays. And for me, everybody last year got their snowman with his little top hat and scarf. So everybody is going to get something, some kind of little reindeer or something like that. But it should be a really little reindeer. Oh, wow, yeah. Awesome, yeah. Like I said, I think that it's so beautiful up there in Washington. That's a place I've always wanted to visit. Candy canes, that would be cool. I could probably remember seeing some of those. I can't remember what else I made last year as far as like Christmas. I think some like star ornaments. I made some like regular like ball ornaments. Stuff like that. Gingerbread men, yes, I could do that. I have some brown. I could make some gingerbread men. That would be cool. They're some cool ideas, you guys. They really are. I can't wait. It'll be fun. Like I said, it's kind of hard because like you need to do it a little ahead of time to like get people to sit and then buy it before the holidays, right? So like I kind of have to start a little early. So I really probably honestly should start making my Christmas gifts sometime soon, like in the behind the scenes, because I don't want to be like last minute. I wasn't last year, but I just don't want to risk it because like the reindeer I want to make is going to be kind of complicated. So. But it's very cute. I can't remember if the reindeer I plan on making is Rose and Lily as well, but it might be. Can I make it scented somehow? You know what? I I could get like peppermint oil and like spray it on there, like mist it on there, or put some in the stuffing, or I totally could. I read something about somebody doing that the other day with their crocheted flowers, actually. Okay, all right, will definitely, Lakita, I will. I will go ahead and tell you the blanket would be the only thing that would be like kinda crazy. The scarves won't be bad. It'll really depend on what color you would like them to be and the softness of them. I recently found a new really soft yarn that might be really nice for them. So I'll have to look at the store and see if I can find it and let you know like what kind of color options are available for you. So, but I will. I'll have to think about the scarf because I'm not really sure. I'll think about the yarn and the material costs and then let you for sure. Oh, I got a scented gingerbread man. Oh, I love the smell of gingerbread. Yes. Yes, potpourri. I could put a little potpourri inside or something. That would be so cool. Oh, but what I was saying was I have seen somebody do a scented thing with their flowers before, their crocheted flowers. But they were saying in comments I was reading, it was something like, you know, you should be careful with that just because if anybody has allergies, you should definitely let them know. And which I totally, that, you know, totally makes sense. I let people know as well that I do have a dog and that there could be like dog hair on it too, because it happens, you know, when you have pets. But I do try to lint roll everything before I give it out. Yes, definitely I would ask first for sure. But it is definitely like an option that I could provide, you know. Right? That would be so cool if the gingerbread man smelled like that. Would be awesome. That really would be awesome. I'll take you guys one day around the corner over here and show you guys my yarn wall. Maybe you guys could give me, not yarn wall, I'm making it sound like I have a bunch. Mr. Rivera knows it's not that big. MJ, it's not that big. It's like 9 little sections, okay? I'm very blessed, don't get me wrong, but it's not a wall. It is a corner. But I have to let you guys look at my yarn and you guys maybe could help me pick out some stuff to make one day. Oh, me. That's funny though. My yarn wall. I dream of a yarn wall one day with every color you can imagine. That would be so amazing. Well, yarn's not cheap. That would be quite an expense. Yarn can be cheap, but that's the cheap yarn, you know? It's like everything. You can get the cheap or you can get the good stuff. And I will admit that the material that I made that rhino out of is one of the cheaper materials, but it's also the stronger of the materials, Laklita. Like, if I had used the super soft yarn, your 1-year-old granddaughter would chew through that stuff. It wouldn't last. But the material that I made it out of has a chance to last, you know. Hello, welcome. I know. And the thing is, I am blessed, we do have a 2-story house that we don't really use much of the upstairs of. So my holiday decorations up there in one room, and then, well, actually it's in both rooms. And so I just have holiday decor up there. But I could take that holiday decor, either move it or combine it and take the room upstairs and use that. So I could just, the only thing about it is we don't usually run the AC and the heat up there because we don't use it, you know? So we would have to do that. That would be another thing. But I don't know. It's definitely an option for me, for sure. I'm blessed to even have the option to do it. I really am. Taught my daughter how to crochet with saddest. Aww. I knew that horn would be, the husband said. I tried to sew that thing on really good, girl. I really did. Because I knew those horns and those ears, because I really tied those ears on good too. Ears are definitely not going anywhere. She'd have to cut like the exact right thread in the middle of it to get that. So, like I said, always watch her still, just safe because it is handmade, but... Oh yeah, I know, they do. I think Ashley one time sent me some of the little baby booties on Instagram. Like the cutest little baby booties, and I want to try clothes at some point, but clothes to me is like a foreign concept. Like, I'll have to show you guys what I started one day. I did start and need to finish at some point when I'm not doing all this other stuff. A granny square cardigan. So I don't know if you probably don't necessarily know what that is, but those blankets that everybody and their grandma used to have on the couch, and they had one on Roseanne on the back of that couch, if you know what I'm talking about. That's a granny square blanket. So it's made up of several, probably 100 little squares that you make in crochet. And you can also make other things out of those squares. Bye Irene, thank you for coming. So you can make tons of things out of those squares. And one of the things you can do is make a cardigan. And so I was make a cardigan, but you have to make like, I don't know, 60, 70 squares, 80 squares, I don't know. And so I think I got about 40 something in, and then some other projects hit and are kind of to the side. But I need to get back to work on that because I would love to have it done by like when it gets cool again or so, or at least before it warms back up again. But clothes are just a foreign concept to me, you guys. They really are. Like I'm sure I'd do it if I really tried. But I don't know, it's something about clothes that like baffles me. And the other thing is I'm kind of modest, so like a lot of the crochet tops that girls make are like you can't draw with them, and like you can't, you know, and I would never end up wearing it, so why would I make it necessarily? Now I can make it for other people, and I understand that. Like I have a friend who would probably wear it, but me not so much. So I just haven't taken the time to do some of those things. But like sweaters and stuff like that, I'd love to learn. I'd love to learn to knit. I just have never tried. I think I'm scared that if I learn to knit, I'm going to forget how to crochet. Which is silly, but part of me honestly believes that I will just forget all of my crochet knowledge all of a sudden when I learn how to knit. So hope it doesn't happen if I ever do try to knit. Like I don't have the desire to make crazy things out of knitting, but I would like to just know how to make a square because it just looked, you know, to be able to knit with those two needles. I think that's so cool. I do, Miss Rivera, you're right. I am going to work on that. That is one thing I'm going to work on, is getting that done in the next couple months because I really need to, because it would have been nice because I've been selling stuff. I could have good reviews, you know, but I don't have anywhere to have reviews. So I really want to open that up. It's a lot to it, and I've been like kind of hesitant about it for several reasons, but really the main thing is I need to start a new bank account with my new name, and then once I do that, I'm gonna start the Etsy. So yeah, so glad I did not listen to other people and go in business with them, because I knew that was a bad idea. I'm not silly. I have friends who have gone into business with their own family and it didn't work out, so I'm not going to be going into business with any friends, that's for sure. So just me. Just little old me. And that's okay. Yeah, I have my little map over there, Miss Rivera, that I put, and you're on it. Your state is on it. So my husband printed me out a little so that I could color off all the states that I've sold things to. And I've got 5 states, including my own state, because I've sold things here as well. So I have Oklahoma, New York, Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts all on my map now that I've sold to. So that's cool. Never thought that I would have crochet in that many places, but that's so cool to have, like, you know, my crochet in 5 different states. I feel like that's so cool. Living out their best little crochet lives other places. Of course, not telling anybody where anybody's from, just saying I do happen to have those 5 states, so I'm excited about it. That's not made to go off-road. Oh no, did somebody do that? I'm guessing someone did. My husband works for Enterprise. He's a mechanic, so that's how come he's saying that. He sees some crazy stuff. Just my dad, because he's a volunteer fireman, he sees the wildest stuff. You guys, one day recently, he was at a call, and this guy had claimed that somebody stole his car and wrecked it, and then he was standing there, and he was so drunk, you guys. He was trying to light a crayon. He thought it was a cigarette. He had a green one in his hand and kept trying to light it. They see the wildest stuff. Yeah, I should get a world map, right? Yeah, right? I know. The only thing is I haven't done like any, like, I will eventually if I ever do like shipping outside of the US, or I'd get a world map, yeah. Because right now it's just a United States map, so, yeah. But hey, I'm happy with that. Even if I never sell internationally, I'd be fine with that. If I just sold here, that would be cool too. Because international is just wild. It really is. Aw, thank you guys. And I'm very thankful for Miss Rivera for being my first customer on YouTube. She trusted me and all that, and I'm very thankful for her. And for Larry and his wife, Miss Laklita, I'm very thankful for all of you guys. And you guys, nobody has to buy anything from me. I'm never pressuring anybody to buy anything from me. I'm also just to be here and also just to teach, you know? So it's not like you have to buy something from me. It's never like that. As I always, no pressure, because that's the truth. It is no pressure. Aw, cute. You know, I always remember a customer from YouTube was Miss Rivera. Just like I remember my customer from Instagram. He's a very sweet guy. He bought a nice snowman from me. That was my first like real official sale. Was a snowman, which was cool because he collected snowmen, should I say? Yeah, it was really. It's always really exciting to get an order and go to the post office. Aw, good MJ, you're good. Like I said, no, I don't expect anybody to buy anything from me. I really don't. Like, it's not like that with me. I really don't. It's a bonus, of course, but I really expect things like that. I was really shocked with getting the 2 orders that I got from YouTube so quickly. Honestly, I really was. I was surprised. I was thankful, but I was really surprised. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna make that bag actually, so you'll have to stay tuned. There might be one available. Yep, I'm gonna look actually this weekend for black. Was my plan to look for this weekend for some black to see about making that bag in black. Absolutely, MJ. I will let you know privately about the cost for sure. Like I said, I do want to work on it, and I want to work on making a bigger one because I would really love to, like, ultimately perfect it and know how to make the big one and the little one by November so that I could offer them all summer long. That's kind of my goal, at least, is to have really truly. I mean, it's not that it's not good now, but I want it perfected. I want it perfect, and I want to have that larger size option for next year. Aw, Miss Rivera, that would be cool. I want to make a big turtle. I really do. I don't know if you saw the ones that were in that picture I sent you in my craft corner. You might have to look back at it. On top of that chair that's in the corner are 2 large turtles. But they're blue, so I would imagine you would have like a different colored one for sure. They're white and blue shelled. I think that would be amazing. I would love to make another one. I'd love to make a pink one, a purple one, some other kind of color with the cool big safety eyes. Because girl, the safety eyes on that turtle are 30 millimeters. I'm gonna grab it. They're 30 millimeters. They're huge, you guys, and they're beautiful. The glitter in them, it's gorgeous. I'm just gonna move my camera for a sec. You guys might get a weird angle. As long as you don't get a weird angle of me, that's fine. All right, here we go. I'll grab both of them. All right. So, ignore my light. Let me move you guys again. So let me see if you guys can see the eyes on them good. These are okay. These aren't the prettiest eyes, but they're nice. Don't get me wrong. So this is this one. The shell is like this. They have this kind of multicolored. See, and then these eyes are even cooler in my opinion. They have more of chunky glitter to them. It's really hard to see though. But they have a slight chunkier glitter to them. But they're so pretty, you guys. They're super pretty. So that's him. He's a big guy. He's a big guy. I mean, I have little hands, but he's a big guy. It would take 2 of my hands to cover his back shell, so for sure. Yeah, side to side, it still takes about 2 to do it. They're huge. They're beautiful, though. I love these eyes so much. I would love to eventually make my own eyes at some point. It's not very difficult, honestly. You guys probably like it. You can do it with nail polish. So, you can do it with nail polish, with resin, with all kinds of different things, honestly. So, yeah. I know the eyes are really cool. I could imagine the big pink ones. Ooh, I would love that. I'd be jealous. Too, I'd have to order some for myself and some for you. Show them the bear. Yeah, I've shown them the bear. I've shown them one of the bears. I have one right here too. It's another bear that I did. I wish I had the pink one because you get a lot better. But this is the purple one. It's velvet, so that's why it's like different when you move the fabric, but it's a teddy bear and it's velvet. It's very cute. I made one for mom and one for my grandmother in pink, light pink velvet for Mother's Day. And they loved them. In fact, it was my grandmother's first teddy bear ever, you guys. My grandma is 92 years old, had never had a teddy bear before that. Yeah, my husband likes the brown bear that I made, yeah. I'm gonna make another bear soon though. I'm working on it. I have some fancy yarn I want to try. Let's see. But yeah, the velvet's really nice. Like I have like I said, the light pink velvet, and it was really cute. The little bears. I wonder if I have a picture. I think I do somewhere have a. I know I have a picture actually because it's on my Instagram. I know I do. Here we go. Here's the velvet. I don't know how well you guys can. There we go. Here's the pink bear. There he is. Him with his, that's how I gave it to them for Mother's Day, with a little thing of flowers that I picked in a card. But yeah, so that's the pink velvet bear. Really, really cute. Really, really, really cute. Because the dark purple was nice. I bought that dark purple on kind of a whim, honestly, and didn't know what to do with it. So I tested out that pattern with it. And yeah, so it ended up working out well. I really like the bear pattern. Again, free pattern from YouTube. Just, you know, look up, you know, bear patterns on YouTube. There you go. And that's nice because you crochet on the arms and legs. You don't have to sew them on. You just have to sew on the ears and the head and the muzzle. So it's not as bad as some. So, yeah. Do you have any experience with sewing, MJ? I failed to ask this. I was going to ask you. Do you know how to, like, basic sewing, not like complicated stuff, just like hand sewing? Do you know how to hand sew anything? Because that will help you with your woobles, because there is a little bit of sewing involved. They'll teach you. It's not that big if you don't, but it will help if you do. It will help. Thank you, guys. Yeah. So that's my little purple bear and my pink bear. And then I have a big brown one over there, but he's got, like, giant eyes. I want to make another one with so. The teddy bears are super cute. I definitely want to make some more of those and some more colors soon. Because how sweet would that be for a little kid's, like, first little stuffed animal or something? How precious. What number are we on? We don't have our thingy on. I put that on way too big for me. I have to kind of adjust my marker to make it fit me correctly because my thumbs are small. Oh, my chat was stuck, you guys. I'm sorry. I was like wondering why it wasn't. Alright, I always wanted to make hats for preemie babies and donate them. I know, I had thought of that too, except not hats, but like little octopuses for, or little octopi for little premature babies. And I have joined a little group on Facebook about that. Yeah. I feel like I'm almost there with certain things. Like, I'll create my own bag pattern or something really simple. Whereas, like, creating, like, amigurumi patterns, not there yet. Definitely not there yet. I'm a pumpkin today, so I'm working on one of these little guys. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm making a slightly larger version of this. Which actually, honestly, it looks like I'm making the medium version, though. I swear it was supposed to be bigger than this. My tension's really tight, though. But yeah, so we're working on a little pumpkin today. Trying to get them all out and ready so people can see them before the holidays, so that if anybody does want to pick one up, they can, you know. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Because they're great for holiday gifts, honestly. I leave some to... Oh, you were! Oh my goodness, Miss Rira! Aww. My husband was premature. He was born premature as well. That's so. He wasn't quite that tiny. He was still a big baby, even though he was premature. But his eyes were undeveloped, and I think maybe his lungs. He might correct me, but I know his eyes were undeveloped because they said that if he didn't see within like a certain amount of time, he would never be able to see. More why you're so sweet. It really does. You are just a sweetheart. Alright, so we're going to do 5 and 30 pieces, I think. Yeah. my husband sure was. Born at 5 months. Wow, yeah. See, my husband was still like, so my husband's brother was like 9 pounds or something when he was like 9 or 10 pounds. He was huge. So my husband was also a huge baby, but he was born like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months early, maybe not a whole lot. I know, girl, but still, I know that. Gosh, I know you don't know because you knew it, but at the same time, it was more your parents going through it. So I understand what you're saying, but still, oh my gosh, girl. Aww. Yes, I know. That's crazy for both of you. Gosh, and MJ. Aww. I know, you guys, I'm terrified if I have a baby with my husband that the baby's going to be huge, and I'm not a huge person. Like, scared. Because my husband's whole family, they have the biggest babies, you guys. And I'm like, I have 2 and really tiny, and I don't know about this, and how am I supposed to carry one of these babies? That's from his family. Oh, Miss Ruby. I pray that if you do and when you do, that it is the most healthy, amazing little baby. I really do. You deserve that. Aww. My child was born. Oh, you guys, everybody here has that in common. Oh my goodness. That's insane. Yes, Mr. Rivera, I understand, definitely. I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers with that. Because I understand. I mean, I don't understand, but I can imagine. I am a rainbow baby myself. Mother had, I don't know, 2 or 3 miscarriages before me. So, I'm very sensitive to that subject and very sympathetic to everybody who experiences things like that, for sure. Yeah. But I'm a little rain baby myself. I didn't go through it, but I heard my mother about it and how hard it was for her. So I can just imagine that it must be incredibly difficult. So I pray for anybody through anything like that. I hope I didn't lose count while I was talking, but if I did, you know what? 2, 3, 4, 5. We were having fun. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Aw. Yeah, I don't have any yet, but I might in a couple years. You never know. We just got married though, so no big rush. I want to be prepared. I've seen too many people have too many babies when they weren't ready, being a young person, and I don't want to have that experience. So, yeah. And with my mother's history, it kind of scares me a little bit. So you never know. So, I pray if I do decide that things will work, and if they don't, I will understand. So, I just want to be ready and prepared as much as I can be. I know you're never ready, but as much as you can be. Starting to reach something. But yeah. Wow, that is so wild. Everybody has that in common here about the babies born early. That's wild. I just hope if I do have babies one day, I'm a good mama and they have the best life they can have. I don't want my kids to go through a lot of what I had to go through growing up. So. That's right, Miss Rivera. Always practice. Keeps everything alive, It's always good to keep practicing. Never hurts anything. Trying to hold that. I'm gonna decrease that. Pull it back a little bit. There's my decrease. Okay. My first child was born 1 week early, and my second child 10 weeks early, and my son. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's incredible, Jessica. Wow. That's so crazy. I've always said, I hope I do have a C-section, just because if I do have a baby as big as the babies in his family are, I would love a C-section, but at the same time, I want just, healthy baby. Healthy baby is all I'd ask for at that point, I think. Healthy baby and as easy as possible with delivery, because that really does tear me, not going to lie. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. Ghost time. Really, I pray I never experienced that, but I do have so much sympathy in my heart for the people that have. It's an awful, awful thing. I can't imagine. And some people would say, well, it matters if you were trying or not trying. No, it doesn't. You lost some, it doesn't matter. It's all incredibly painful no matter how you paint the picture. So I'm terribly sorry for all of you that you've had to deal with that. I can't imagine. I can't imagine why somebody would think that, Miss Rivera. I really can't. That's awful. And I know people do. They act like it's not that big of a deal sometimes. I can see how people would do that, and it's just awful. I'm not the type of person to go up to people when they get me and go, so when are you having a baby? So when are you don't need to ask those things to people. I'm starting to get those questions too, and I'm like, really, it's none of your business. But also, you don't know, like, that person can be trying and able. That person could have just tried and something just happened. People need to be more careful with the words that they use and how they talk to people about having children and when are you going to have kids. And, it's none of their business. It really isn't. Just like it was none of their business when I was going to get married or if I'm engaged for how many years. It doesn't matter. Same thing. People can be so insensitive and really not think about how that can affect somebody and what they may or may not be going through, It's messed up. It really, really is. That's just how I feel about it. I think you just never know, so you should always be nice and be kind, Yep. It's sad, but I'm waiting for all those questions at the family gatherings now about when we're gonna have kids and I'm waiting for it. I've already heard it, and it's only been a couple. Really waiting for it at all the family gatherings. And I'm thankful there are people that don't ask, but there are those people that do, and when they do, and they're serious about it now. They're like, when are you doing it? As if it's for them or something. It's like, it's going to change my life, not yours, so I think I'm going to be the one that's prepared for this. Thanks a lot, but no thanks. I don't care. I'm not speaking, but specifically like people who are like, I want my grandbabies or what. It's like, well, get over it. It's their life. If you wanted to have more, you should have had some more then, because I'm not having them just for you. You don't make other people happy. That's not how that works. Or it's not how it should work. How about that? That's exactly right, MJ. That's how I kind of feel about it. That's exactly right. Definitely not trying right now, definitely right now, but, maybe in a year, 2 years, 3 years. Then, I'm not the youngest person, so I don't have all the time in the world, but I'm barely 31. I turned 31 in June, so I'm just just right there. So I don't have all the time in the world, and I realize that. But I have a little more time, you know? Hopefully. Hopefully. Let me start over so I don't miss it. We're going to at least finish this little guy today. Oh, that's a squeaky hook. I know you guys here. See if I can fix that. Ooh, sometimes hooks squeaky. Maybe that'll fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a decrease. Oh, really? That's interesting. I mean, I'm sure the quality of their stuff goes down. You know what I mean? Because it is kind of unfair how they can sort of have babies forever. You know, of unfair. But I'm sure it has a lot, and it definitely does. It has a lot more to do with it than people think. Most people assume it's the woman problem when a couple can't have a child. That's not always true. That's really not always true. You can't just assume it's the woman's fault, which I hate even saying that because it's no one's fault. No one's. But when people look for somebody to blame, they generally blame the woman. And that's just not always true. Sometimes it is the man who is unable. It happens. That's right. Yep. You just never know. Gosh, my book does not want to be quiet today. I guess we're going to have to leave it. It's not too annoying, but we're not that touchy anyway. Making yarn pom-poms. Oh, that's cool. I've actually never done that. I've wanted to, but I've actually never made yarn pom-poms before. How are you doing it? Do you have a maker for it? Or are you like fork? Or how are you doing it? Curious. I've had a pattern for a yarn pom-pom, but I haven't actually made one. I think I actually made a ball instead. So that's awesome. You go around your fingers. Oh, cool. Awesome. Awesome, yeah. I should totally do that with some of my scraps one day. I really should. That's a great idea, honestly. Thank you for joining us while you're making your pom-poms today. I'm working on a little pumpkin. Trying to close up the top. I need to remember to stuff it. I forgot to write down in my pattern. Stuff it, you guys. So I'll have to do that here in a minute. So it may look a little off. I'm not sure if I did my counts exactly right while I was talking to you guys. But it's okay. It will still look okay. This one's for me, so it's not that big of a deal. Now, for somebody else, I would redo it. Because I do not play. I try to make everything as good as I can for my customers. I don't want to do anything that's not great. Or how many do I have left? Oh, I have 3 left. Interesting. Thank you, Pets World. Thank you. I'm sure you do. Your name is Pets World, so do you have a lot of pets? I'm curious. I would love to know. Yes, I do. I do. Thank you, Miss Rivera. I need to. Let me go ahead and, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and put my Instagram in there so that if anybody is interested in anything or just wants to follow me, they can. Because you can always message me there, or you can find my email in my channel description and message me there. So, Amy Elizabeth Craft Corner. Did I spell it all right? Craft Corner. And then my photography account, which I've got to send some of my stuff to you, Miss Rivera. I should just take a screenshot, honestly, of my Instagram and show it to Rivera of all my pictures. They won't be big, but you can still get the gist. You could probably pinch and zoom in on some of them if you wanted. But I need to send you. I feel like you would enjoy them, Miss Rivera, the pictures of my flowers. My Instagrams. Because she hasn't seen them, everything, so And Miss Rivera used to do photography, so I want her to see my Things Me account and all my flowers on there. Heck, I don't know if, I can't remember which account I've been messaging MJ on anyway. So, I don't know if she even knows about that. Yeah, I have two, one for my crochet and one for my photography. Which, like I said, most of it was all done on my, actually all of it except for one thing, was done on my iPhone because I didn't have a camera. Then when I had all those beautiful flowers, but now I do, and now my garden isn't quite as impressive. But next year, hopefully it'll be better. Because this year it was just, we got a little behind with the wedding and all the planning and stuff, so I didn't end up quite planting as many, and then not as many came up this year. So, because I love to garden, in case you guys didn't know, I'm a big gardener too. So like 2 or 3 years ago when I moved out on my own with my husband, I started planting some flowers in the yard, which I had done with my parents when I was younger, but not really on my own. And so I started doing that, and I started growing them, and I just loved them, and then I started taking pictures of them, and people started to like the pictures, and so I just kind of kept going, you know. I'll have to, maybe my husband can tell you what kind he got me, Ms. Rivera. It's very expensive. I know it was very expensive. I'm very blessed that he got me that camera, but it is very nice. It's so nice, it's almost hard to use. I'd love to be able to try to use it for like YouTube videos at some point. I just have to figure out like how to do it and how to edit and all that good stuff, but it is pretty good. You have a hamster, a bug, 5 chickens. Oh, that's awesome. So you have a hamster, a bird, and 5 chickens. So cool. I have a puppy dog and a barn kitty, and that's it right now. But and a fish. We have a fish and that. But I love animals, so that's awesome. Love birds. We have chickens as well. I live on an old farm. So for those who don't know, I'll go ahead and tell you guys that I live in my great-grandparents' old house. So my great-grandparents in the 30s and 40s bought some land, and here in North Carolina, and they owned it. Whoa, my screen went crazy. Hello? My iPad screen's nuts. But I hope you guys can hear me. Can you hear me? Yeah, there we go. I'm good. All right, I don't know what happened there. But anyway, so in the 30s and 40s, they bought some land and moved here where I'm at and built this house. And back then, they did not have electricity, but they knew it was coming soon. So they wired the house for electricity and got everything ready, and built the house, and had my grandmother, and my grandmother lived here and grew up here for most of her life, and she lives next door to me with her husband, so my grandparents are my next door neighbors, which I'm very blessed to have them. They're in their 90s, and so I'm blessed to have them right next door as my neighbors. I really am. And so it is not haunted, and so I'm blessed to have them nearby. I'm blessed to have my parents nearby as well. We also live here on the farm, and we rent out this house from my grandparents. So that's how that works and everything. But yeah, we still live here on the farm, and that's how I'm able to have all this lovely land, have room to grow all these beautiful flowers. So I'm very blessed. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I had a little glitch. I don't know what happened. My iPad screen like went glitchy for a second, but I think it's okay. And then, yeah, decrease. Yes, awesome. Just checking make sure my count is good, and it is. My husband's joking. He doesn't. The house is haunted. It's really not. It's very nice. I'm very blessed to live here. It was never really the plan exactly, but it happened, and it worked out. So it just did. My husband needed a place to live, and this house was available, and so it just worked out that way. But I am very, very blessed. Super, super blessed. So yeah, I'm very, very, very lucky to live here and be so close to my family. It has its benefits and its drawbacks, of course, you know. But overall, I'm very blessed and very lucky. So thankful. Very, very thankful. It is freezing. It is. Yeah, I see that now. Dang. 'Cause, 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 'cause Might try this one more time. Oh, I see. Hold on. Got it. Never mind, guys. I'm sorry. I see what happened there. My phone was dying, and my screen came up to tell me it was dying. So that's what happened. That's what happened there. To say 20%. Hello, October. Oh, you're making Halloween stuff too? Awesome. Love that name, October. October obsessed. Love that. Me too. Love Halloween. Love it, love it, love it. Love the colors. Love all of it. Oops, I took my stitch marker out, you guys. What the heck? Where did it go? Oh no. Okay, hold on. I think, yeah, I didn't put it back yet, and I probably did not make my first stitch, right? Right. So we're gonna, hold on, let me double check. No, I didn't make my first stitch yet. Okay. Double check. Two more pom-poms? Awesome. That's not bad. Are you making them for like a specific project? Do they go on something specific? Alright, so I think that's 2 NAD piece. Yeah, so this should be 2 NAD piece. Okay. It's either 1 or 2. I know, Miss Rivera. I see those pom-pom makers. That's what I'm talking about. I need to get one of those because there are certain like projects that require you to like use a pom-pom or make a pom-pom. And there are ways to do it, just like she said, with your fingers or with like a fork and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm either hanging them up or giving. Oh, I bet your hamster would be so cute playing with those little pom-poms. Aw, that's adorable. That'd be cool too. Like you could make like a little like garland then. Because I had been making flowers this summer, so I made flowers and made like garland with the flowers and had them hung like all across my windows and my doorways and stuff like that. Because I don't have a ton of like summer decorations, so I needed something. So yeah. Okay, awesome, sweetheart. Thank you. I'm gonna get off in just a little while. I'm gonna try to pumpkin first and then get off. There's a weird noise. Is it a squeaky? Excuse me. Is it a squeaky sound? Sounds like a helicopter. Oh, weird. I don't know what that is. Huh. I don't know. Because I was going to say, I'm not doing anything. Maybe it was my hook squeaking. But I'm gonna, hopefully everything will hold together long enough for me to finish the pumpkin and go. But even if it does, it's been a nice stream, and I really, really, really appreciate you guys. So I just want to go ahead and say that just in case something does happen. You guys don't understand how much I appreciate you being here. You really don't. Yeah, Pet Swirl, hold on, let me sub. Let me sub to you really quick. Go to your channel. Yeah, totally. I will totally try to see it. I just subbed to you so that I can find your video. Yeah. But I do. I just want you guys to know that just in case anything happens, that I really do appreciate you guys more than you understand. And, you know, being so new here and have all this stuff happen, whew, it's been a lot. But I truly appreciate you guys and, you know, the fact that you're still here and that you understand and that you know the truth makes me feel good. So, do appreciate it. Let's see. Okay, go back because I lost my count again. I'm being really bad about my count today, you guys. But that's okay. I've got a lot on my mind. Yep, just did. I just subbed as well. So I would definitely want to see your palms. So I try to support people back as much as I possibly can. I really do. Even though this is my like personal YouTube that I use to like watch YouTube, I still do try to support back as much as I can. I don't have like a separate one for my channel or anything. This is like literally the account I use to watch people on, so. So I should see it. Because YouTube, like, I don't know, it's weird. It just is, because it ties into all your Google stuff. Here we go. 4 spaces left? Perfect. Just what I needed. I wish my hook wasn't so squeaky. I'm going to try to fix it in a second, you guys. Because my hand is a little sweaty. Yeah. I do. I just really want you guys to know how much I appreciate you being here. And then moving on to 1 and a decrease. Let's stuff it, you guys. At that point, probably should have stuffed it, but that's okay. Yeah, I should have stuffed it a minute ago when the hole was bigger. That's okay. They always tell me to do that. They'll be like, stuff it now. And I'm like, I probably should have stuffed it like 2 rounds ago before I made the hole smaller, you know? Well, to be fair, I had like a tiny bit started. I had like this much started when we started on live because I didn't want to have to count immediately since I knew I was going to have to be talking about stuff. So I did have a little bit done. The pumpkins aren't too bad. This one's not it's a pretty small one, but they aren't too bad. How old is Rue? Who is Rue? How old are you? 31 years old. Just turned 31 in June. I'm 31, but I'll be honest, I feel a lot younger than that still. I've had a lot of life experiences that have held me back in certain ways, so I still feel quite young. But 31, can't believe it. You're 13, that's so awesome you're doing this stuff at your age. I wish that I had done more stuff like this at your age, honestly, I really do. When I was your age, the only thing I really knew how to crochet was make a chain, and that's all I could do until about a year ago when I found YouTube. And then I learned through YouTube. I wish I had learned when I was younger like you. That's awesome. Well, that's awesome, you guys. I try to keep it pretty PG around here for the most part, so. We're just a crocheting and chatting kind of channel. Oh, you also knit. That's amazing. I would love to learn to knit. Love to learn to knit. I may try it one day. I think that's pretty good as far as stuffing it because I need to make the sections. I used all that stuffing up here. I didn't think I would. I need to be careful because my thing is wrapped up in my cord. Yarn stand behind me. Time is it? It is 12 p.m. It just became 12 p.m. So it's just lunchtime here. So it's about 6 for you. Oh, okay, I see. Is that a.m. or p.m.? So morning time or nighttime for you, 1800? I understand that's about 6 p.m., I believe? p.m. Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking is p.m. Yeah, that's silly me. That was kind of a silly question of me to ask. It has to be. 1, 2, so this will be 1 and a decrease. You're in Denmark. Oh, okay, that's awesome. So just so you know, I usually go live a couple times a week. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to figure out a schedule sort of thing. But I go a couple times a week and I crochet. So, yeah. Crochet and chat, yeah. Make different things and talk. It's a good time. Gosh, that's so squeaky. I've got to do something about it. I don't know if you guys know this, but if your hook is squeaky, sometimes you can rub it in your hair and it will help. If your hair has just a little bit of oil in it, it will, with the squeakiness of the hook a little bit. So that's what I just did. We'll see if it helps you. This one. So, glitchy, yeah. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on. It may just be my signal, but it's generally been pretty good, so I don't know. Screen looked like it was melting. That's cool. That's an effect there. That's some kind of effect. Holy crap. Yeah, it had. I know. It's weird, because it was that weird noise when you were live the other day, and I don't know, it's strange. But luckily I'm almost done, so hopefully it'll, it's hold tight till I finish, because I'm almost there. Almost there. I'm glad we've had a nice, positive time today. Regardless, think it was good. I think I said what I needed to say, and I think I'm good. So everything worked out. Right? The fan sound. I don't know if you went back in that, Miss Rivera, in your live, but it did. It almost sounded like a fan. It was very odd. Very, very odd. Just like that earlier you guys heard. I'll have to go back and listen to it because I didn't hear anything, so I have no idea what's happening. I do feel better. I honestly do. Like, I got upset talking, but other than that, I've been fine. Like, kind of pissed off, honestly, but just, honestly, a little bit at myself and a little bit at the situation, but I feel better. I do. So it is what it is. I'm moving on. Moving on to exciting things, happy things. So I felt like it was necessary, even though I didn't really want to. Just felt like I had to. So, oh, thank you. So I feel like if I don't say anything, then I'm just like, so I have to say something. I can't just sit back and let it all happen without saying a word. It's not okay. It's not okay. I only wish I had said something sooner. I really do, you guys. I wish I had figured it out sooner, but just happy I figured it out when I did. And that, it was also not just because of me, it was because of other people that helped me that, and I realized that I'm not oblivious to the fact that other people did help me with, so I appreciate them as well. I think it was something that I kind of already knew, but just didn't have quite the whatever you want to call it to actually do something about it yet. But this is all I needed, so. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, and I feel like that's kind of what I did, is I kind of just watched for a while, and I watched and I waited until I knew the truth. It is what it is. That's right. Sometimes you have to be kind of out of it to see it. Sometimes you're too involved. You just really see what's going on. You're too close to the situation in many ways. And then you're like, oh, well, that was kind of messed up, wasn't it? Oh, 14, yeah, that's a bunch. You could totally make like a garland or something. That's cool. You've been working hard on those pom-poms then. Alright, there we go. Finally, we've closed up our little pumpkin. Now we need to make the segments on the pumpkin. So I'm going to switch my needles there. Then all I'll have to do is sew them. Where is my needle? Oh, in here. My big one. I need a large one. If I can find it. There it is. Yes, that's exactly right, Ms. Rivera. Yep, totally agree. So I kind of feel like I did know something deep down because I just knew when I kept hearing these things about, well, we're going to do this and years down the road. And I was thinking, I don't know if you're going to be around years down the road. Something just told me that wasn't going to be a thing. Something just told me. And I'm sorry, but when I explained to you that budget is tight for me and that I make people Christmas presents in my life and that a lot of times that's what they get, or at least last year that's what they got because things are hard, and a lot of times, thankfully, the people in my life know that those things mean more to them than a gift card would anyway. So I'm thankful for that. But when somebody doesn't understand that you're, trying to budget or whatever, and you need to save money for something, or you don't make that much money in the first place, so you need to budget and not be buying everybody in the world Christmas presents, and you try to tell them that, and they keep sending you pictures of things to buy for their child, that's not cool. I don't care if it's $5. I don't care if it's $9. It's the principle of the matter and the fact that I told you that I don't make that much money. So don't be doing to me. I have nothing to hide. I'm just being honest here. You appreciate what you get or you don't. And I feel that way about my family. Like, I'm thankful they appreciate what they get from me. They know it takes me a long time to make things. They know that I put money into it. I put love to it. I put effort into it. And they know that, and I'm full. They understand. If I could do more for them, I would. No, it's not. It's really not. And they understand that now. It's really not. Yeah, you can buy a couple things and get started, but once you get serious about it and you really need to make, 7 different people gifts, it adds up. It's still not a cheap thing. It's really not. Because I feel like I did the math last week. I figured out that I basically spent, a very comparable amount to I had bought them gifts, like my parents and my grandparents or my mother-in-law, those kinds of people, my best friend, stuff like that. I always give my best friend all my handmade stuff. She never complains. She always loves it. Her child, she knows that's what I'm giving her, and she has no problem with that. Ugh. And when I win the lottery one day, I'll spoil the crap out of her. But until then, she appreciates what I do. And that's all that matters, So I'm going to weave in the ends, and then all I have to do is put the stem and the leaf on, and we're all good, you guys. I don't want to take up you guys this whole day. I really appreciate you being here, and I really don't want to take up your whole morning. So we'll be done in a little bit. Well, there you go. Have fun. Have fun, world. I look forward to seeing it. Have a blast. Okay, whoops. Here we go. Just going to weave it in a few more little times, and then we'll be good on this part. Yeah, the segments really do make the pumpkin. That's one reason I love this pumpkin pattern, because a lot of the pumpkin patterns have you make like a square and then sew it together in round shape, and it just doesn't give the same effect. It just doesn't. This really is nice. I'm a real pumpkin event. Okay, last one. And thankfully, you guys, I did make the stem and the leaf off camera, so all I have to do is sew them on, and we are good to go for today. So here we go. I did make them off camera just because the stem's not bad, but the leaf I do have to do a couple different little stitches for, so I wanted to concentrate. But here's the leaf. It's kind of hard to see. It does have a little hole in the middle there. Yeah, there's the little leaf for the pumpkin, and then his little stemmy stem. So I like to put your storages. Trust me, I've been there, girl. I always used to have that problem. I had to end up getting more from the cloud. I had no choice. Yes! Oh, I'm so glad, MJ. Right, that would be cool, Miss Rivera. I bet there would probably be, like, before I closed it, I wonder if I could, like, spin a light string or something. That would be kind of cool, Miss Rivera. I'll have to think about that. Or even just, like, if I had, like, the set of pumpkins sitting out and then had, like, the lights, like, around them, you know what I mean? That would be cool, too. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Crafty World. Something like that. I have to look for it. I will have to look for it. You have 2 channels. That's awesome. Alright, let's see. Aw. I wonder, Mr. Vera, I'm guessing you don't have anything like Facebook either, do you? Because if you did, there are probably some groups on there you could find to donate, stuff like that too. Because there's a group that I'm a part of that I would love to really be a part of, but it's called Knitted Knockers, and so they're like these knitted breasts for women that have had breast cancer. And they're knitted or crocheted like round boobs, basically. And they, like with a knit and everything. and so that they can use them as prosthetics, basically, because they're more comfortable than a lot of the other prosthetics. Like, they're not as hot or itchy and stuff like that. And so I've always wanted to make those for some of those women. So I did join that group, but I haven't found anybody in my area that's doing it, is the thing. Because I would totally have to see that. So I don't know. I got a text. It's okay. I'll deal with that later. But yeah, that's really cool. I bought this stuff on Temu and told Amy I was trying to recount my steps faster. Yeah, I know you were. I'm glad you found them. I really am. Let's see. I'm so glad that you have all the kits, though. That really helps a lot. I know that you're getting some more too. That's fun. You're a dedicated one. Dedicated Wooble fan. Alright, let's pop this in here. EJ is on her way to doing some kits herself soon. I'm going to try to help her the most I can if she needs it, but I got a feeling she's going to be able to watch the videos and probably do it herself. I just have this feeling about you, MJ, that you're going to be able to. I don't know why, I just do. I'm nervous, don't get me wrong, but I just have a feeling about you that you're going to get it. Glitter yarn. There are yarns with, like, I do have, I'll go grab it. There's one that I have that has like sparkly thread in it. And then there's some that have like sequins. So there are some kind of glittery sort of yarn. They're a little harder to work with, I think, but they do exist. Yeah. I do. I just have a good feeling. Yes, exactly. Like tinsel thread mixed in. Yeah, totally. That's the one I have over here. Is like tinsel mixed in, basically. Do I make pillows? I haven't made any yet, to be honest with you. I have thought about it, but haven't yet. In fact, I would love to make like a really large pillow version of like the pumpkin or something. But you know, never know. That sounds good, Pets World. But yeah, so hopefully I'll see it anyway because I subscribed, so. But yeah, I just need to find the right, like, good orange yarn to make it with because I have a hard time finding, like, good colors sometimes. My Michaels isn't the greatest. And then when you order, you know, colors can be deceiving or you never really know how much you need when you're making an item like that. Sometimes it's hard to know. Like, yes, that would be so cool. There is a really soft yarn that I've been looking at lately that I had, somebody had wanted something really soft, and so I asked the yarn, and I had them go look at it at the store, and they did end up liking it, but that didn't work out. But the thing is, I'm thinking about it now for other projects, like there's some scarves people would like, and things like that, and I'm thinking, oh, that really soft yarn would probably be good for those scarves and stuff. Yeah. And I mean, I guess the only thing I have that I would consider like close to a pillow would be this, but it's a stuffed animal still. Let me grab her. My little ghost. I consider it almost a pillow because it's like basically a pillow. It's a little pillow, like almost a little decorative pillow. But that would be so cool. I would love to be able to make two, like, you guys probably have seen this little pillow that I'm like leaning on today. I would love to make like a cover for this pillow that I'm leaning on. Hey, my baby boy is up. My little boy is up. My little Arthur. My little dog. No, that sounds like he's a child, but he's a dog, I swear. I just treat him like a child. Just talk to him like a little baby. Yes. Oh, you're gonna be good now. Mommy's gotta stop petting you. She's live streaming. She'll play with you. Have to go. Oh, he ran into the camera. There we go. He walks under my tripod for some reason, you guys. I don't know why. He's a sweetie, and if you guys haven't seen her, there are pictures of him up on my community page. He's a sweetie. Big sweetie. Little sweetie, really. Yes. I know. I told you I'd take you out in just a minute. Can mommy no. Hey, can mommy sew on her stuff first? Can she? You've been sleeping this whole time. I think you'll be Oh, I know. Your baby is precious. that picture you sent me of her, that face. She's looking up at you. It's so sweet. Yes. All right, now you go be good. You be good. Okay, I will walk you as soon as I'm done, okay? Gotta be serious with the boy or he won't listen. All right, Arthur, go. Go, Arthur. Thank you. All right. I think he's okay. We'll see in a minute. He's looking. He wants to bark at me, but we'll see. All right, I think he's now. I'm gonna walk him when I get out. He did get walked earlier this morning, I do assure you. Yeah, he's gonna go use his little potty pad, which is fine. Thank you, Arthur. All right, yes, and he has plenty of food, I promise you that. He's always got food available because he's an only child, so he can have his food out as much as he wants. He eats pretty good, so we're lucky. We don't have to worry. Yeah, my hands are a little clammy. I'm having trouble pulling my hand through. I gotta push it with this. There we go. All right. What kind of dog is Arthur? Arthur is mostly a Chihuahua, but he may have a little bit of a dash down, to be honest. I didn't get him from like a breeder or anything, so he very well could be mixed with a couple things. He looks to me like he probably is Chihuahua and a dash down because he's long. Like his body's a little long and his face is a little bit long and all that kind of stuff. So it seems to me he's mixed with a little something. But he is a 50-pound little guy. He's small, but he is very muscly, so he's quite heavy size. He's a sweetheart. He is just turned 8 years old the other day. And he acts just like a little puppy still. He's a sweetheart. I'm having a hard time getting this needle through. I should have brought my pliers over here, but I don't want to grab them. Yes, he still very much acts like a little puppy. You have no idea he's as old as he is. It'll be weird when he really does become a little old man and acts funny because that's not him. He's just such a young, little, happy, energetic boy. You know, it's weird when he's a little old man. I mean, he sleeps a lot, don't get me wrong. Arthur sleeps a ton, okay? But when he's ready to go and do whatever, he's ready, you know? So, he's a sweetie dog. I'm very thankful for little Arthur. He's company around the house, that's for sure. Especially because I don't work that often. So, I mean, I work every week, but I don't work every single day. So, it's nice to have a companion at the house with me. He's a sweetheart. And now we have a little fish named Ned that we got as sort of our wedding present, which is kind of funny, but yeah, oh, they're the best though. Those mixed dogs sometimes, those little mutts are the best. They all are, but really though, sometimes those dogs that are all mixed up really have the best temperaments because they have the good qualities from all the different breeds. I bet she's sweet. Or he or she is sweet. Mini Doberman. Yes, that's right. Reminds me a lot of Arthur's little brother. Arthur's little brother was black and then tinier than him. I chose Arthur because I had never seen quite the colors that he had, the two light brown colors like that before. So I chose Arthur. Alright, the stem is on. Now we just, the leaf is on, excuse me. Now we just have to do our stem. We are talking about the booger butt. We call him the booger butt. The boogie. I call him a boogie. A boogie butt, boogie bear, boogie board. He has all the nicknames, of course. Yes, exactly. That's what my dog will do. He'll roll over and want you to rub his belly. Yes. He does. He's a big rub guy. Whenever I go over to him on the couch, he'll roll right over on that back. I know, I do too with Arthur. He's a sweetheart dog. He's eating lunch right now. I think he was hungry too. So he'll come bark at me, you guys, and then look at his bowl and be like, oh, there was food in there the whole time, wasn't it? He's silly like that. Alright, I don't know why I'm leaving this in so many extra times. I think it's now. Cut and snip. weave this little end in. This one's not a big deal. Yeah, our little pets are our little babies. Mine's name is Penny. Oh, that's a sweet name. Arthur, you may not know this, Butter Dog and Pets World, but there used to be a show called Arthur, and it was a cartoon show. You may be too young, but it was a cartoon called Arthur, and that's what he's actually named after. Is that cartoon TV show that I used to watch when I was growing up in the 90s. So that is named after. I almost named him Teddy because he looked like a little teddy bear when he was little, but I ended up naming him Arthur. For some reason, it reminded me a little bit of the character, and I probably should have named him Pal, right, because that was the dog's name, but I don't know, he just, the brown, something about the brown reminded me of the character Arthur, so I named him Arthur. So that's where his name comes from, if anyone is wondering. Yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty good little show. They've changed it a lot since it's very different now, I feel like, but it was a cute little show growing up for sure. I watched it a lot. That would be cool, and I could definitely do the lights in the Ghost Girl because look, I don't have to close up the ghost. Like, one is closed on the bottom. Oops. This one's closed on the bottom, but this one's not. I could totally stick the LED lights inside of there. You know what I mean? It's a smart idea. I'll have to get some more LED lights. Put my crystal back up. But yeah, I could totally do that. That would be smart. So me and MJ were talking earlier about they have glow-in-the-dark yarn, but the thing about it is I don't know how well it really glows, you know. I'm not sure. And the other thing is, just like my handbag, like I show you guys how it glows in here because it's just too bright in here no matter what lights I turn off in this room. I'd have to take you guys into my closet, and I really don't want to take you guys into my closet. Yeah, the beads on the bag glow in the dark as well, and then they have glow in the dark yarn, and they have so many cool things. But like I said, me and MJ just wonder like how much it actually glows. I have never made a Frankenstein, but I've seen some really cool ones. I really have. I'd love to make one. I'd have to get the right green. That would be really cool. Maybe get a dark box. Yes, exactly. Exactly. There we go. I think that'll be good. We're almost done, guys. Having a good time, though. All right. There we go. We're just going to weave this in, and then we will be done, you guys. But again, you don't know how much I appreciate you guys for being here, especially during my first real live by myself alone on YouTube. I've done it on Instagram alone, but not on YouTube, so it means a lot to have all of you guys that have popped in here. Absolutely all of you. Even if you just popped in for a minute, I still appreciate it so much. Like, I genuinely do. I want you guys to know I genuinely mean that. Like, it really does mean a lot. Where did I learn to crochet? On YouTube, actually. So it's kind of a slightly longer story, but I'll give you the short version. Is that the lady in Walmart one day overheard me tell my mom that I wanted to learn how to crochet, and I was like 8 years old. And she overheard me and literally took out a hook and some yarn right then and there in the aisle and showed me how to make a basic chain and a slip knot. And I remembered how to make that chain and slip knot for a good 15 years and tried like books and stuff and never could quite figure it out with a book. And then about 1.5 years ago, I went onto YouTube and thought about it. I think a video maybe just popped up. And I thought about it. I still have that hook, and I still have some yarn. Like, I could try this. And so I grabbed it, and I tried it, and it just clicked for me all of a sudden. So YouTube, honestly. YouTube is what taught me, other than that lady who make a chain, who I'm so grateful for. I do not even know her name, but I'm grateful for her. But so yeah, really YouTube is what taught me. I just kind of watched videos and learned by myself. I wish I did have like a that knew, because you know it would be a lot easier to be like, hey, which hole do you put it in this one or this one? But I had to just figure it out kind of thing by myself. But that's why, you know, I kind of do what I do, because I know there are a lot of people too that teach it, but there are a lot of people that teach it in a way that's hard to understand too. Hopefully, if I do teach people, I can teach them in a they can understand. Book covers? No. There really are endless possibilities. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome that your grandma taught you. You treasure that memory forever. Honestly, really do. I wish that I had learned some more things from my grandmother. I mean, I still have a grandmother, but she's older now and she really can't teach me like she was years ago. And I wish so badly I had learned from her how to sew, because she is a wonderful seamstress, and has literally even had her own sewing room and her own business and everything. She was amazing. And so I really, truly wish that I had been able to learn to sew from her. So I'm really glad that you learned that from your grandmother. That's amazing. Definitely treasure that memory forever. I learned from the company that sells the kits. Yeah, the Woobles, is that the company? That's how I learned to make amigurumi. So I learned on my own how to present blankets and stuff, and then I got a wooblet and I made my first one. In fact, I was showing them earlier. I'll show you. My very first, wow, I knocked over all my crystals. The first one that I ever did was one. It's a little dinosaur, Fred the dinosaur. Like I said, his legs are a little wonky, but a lot of it's a little wonky. But it was my first one, you know. So that's my very first wooble I ever did. And then I think this is the second one that I did. Pierre, yeah, Pierre is a great one to start with, for sure, yes. I wouldn't recommend starting with the dinosaur. It probably wasn't my smartest decision to start with that one. And the turtle. But yeah, the penguin and are the two that I mainly recommend to beginners that are first starting, because two are definitely good ones. Then they made the turtle and the Pac-Man. Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't do the Pac-Man. I never did any of those. I did the, like, this collection one. And those ones I just showed you. And maybe one other one. I can't recall. And then, oh, a rabbit. I have a rabbit somewhere that I did recently. Yeah. Hopefully soon we will have some more people doing some more woobles around here too. So that'll be fun. I really love them. I think they're great. So they're so much better than the Amazon kits, that's for sure. I've tried some of those and had luck. So oh, good, that's awesome. Just be careful, you know, sending packages and stuff. All right, I'm almost done, you guys, and then we're just gonna chat for a minute, and then we're gonna go. Like I said, I do not want to take up everybody's day. I really appreciate you guys for even coming in, so don't want to take up your whole afternoon. Uh-oh, glitchy again. Well, we're almost done, so. Alright, so I'm going to cut this string, and then we're done with this particular pumpkin, which I'm just confused because it was supposed to be a larger pumpkin, but turned out this size. That's the only thing I'm slightly about, you guys. There we go, little set of pumpkins. Very, very cute. Alright, so let's set these back over here. But yeah, so I just want to say again, I really appreciate all of you guys for being here. Especially today, it means a lot. I will be back. Yeah, right? They're a cute little set. There you go, Pets World. Definitely try that. And hopefully that'll help. Sometimes your phone can tell you like what's taking up the most room on it. Look, so that can also help you too. Figured that all out. I had to end up getting more cloud storage because I had the same problem you have. I had too many pictures. I have like 13,000 pictures. I have way too many. And most of them are of nature, so, or crochet. So. But I am really, really, really grateful for everybody who stopped in today. I hope you guys will continue to come back. I hope you guys subscribed, that you enjoyed yourselves, that you come back. I try to go live at least, I would say at least twice a week is what I'm going to shoot for. So, we're going to go with that. And I'll keep you guys updated in the community tab. And let you know when I'll be going live and all that stuff. Thank you, Butter Dog. I appreciate you. So, and I hope to post some more shorts and stuff about crochet and all that stuff as well. I've just been a little busy lately, but I've got a little more time on my hands now, so I'm going to be working on that stuff hopefully next week and all that. So stay tuned for some more videos. I want to, more helicopters. I want to do some more, I forgot what you guys. Anyway, but yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. I got distracted. But we're going to do some fun stuff. We're going to make, oh, I know what I was going to say. I'm going to do the magic ring. That's going to be my next short, I think. That's a tricky one. So, yeah, I know somebody suggested a skull earlier, and that is a great idea. I'm going to have to look into it for sure. Because I totally have white and black. I could totally do it. I just need to look it up. But a skull is a great idea. Thank you, Miss Rivera. I really appreciate you, truly. Thank you so much. I want you to know that I really do. You and MJ especially, for being here and supporting me through everything. It means the world to me. So, you too, girl. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, Miss Rivera, and your time off and all that. We need to all just relax and have a good weekend, I think. So, yes, but I really do appreciate absolutely everybody that came in, especially all the new people too. I appreciate you guys. It's always good to new faces. And again, I'm very sorry about things that we had to address today, but it had to be done. And you know, it is what it is. I don't plan on it any further. So there we go. I'm done. I'm good. Moving on. Is what it is. So again, just really hope that you guys understand that, you know, things I did weren't always my things I wanted to do, but I did them anyway, and I shouldn't have, and I see that. But again, I was trying to keep myself out of things and out of drama, and instead it kind of made it worse. So, you know, I've learned a lesson, and I appreciate you guys for being here. And I understand if some of you guys don't come back. Well, I totally get that. Nothing, you know, don't hold anything against you, trust me. So, I get that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your weekend and a great week next week. And maybe, just maybe, I'll see you guys Tuesday. I'm thinking something like that. Tuesday or Wednesday, and I will go live. So, again, wonderful to see you all. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. And again, everyone, bye.